Hello and welcome back to the podcast that has already robbed 3 banks this week. Welcome back to another episode of Love, Death and Movies podcast, Internet's #1 film breakdown and review show. The show that crushes watch this week after week. Every couple of months is a different genre. Every week in that couple of months is a different film in that genre. So follow us and everything. Join us on the ride. Let's watch some movies. Each and every week. Each and every week, Ash. I'm getting better and better and better at this shit. With me each and every week, Ash. Ash, those movies. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Nice. I'm doing pretty good. I'm really keen to talk about this film. So we're continuing on our, what do we call it? Book. I keep saying it for this thing. What are we calling it? Book of Closed Setting Cinema.
Yeah.
With Dog Day Afternoon, which is going to be good fun. But before we get into that, Ash, what's been happening?
Oh, let's see. Last time I talked to you was 2 days ago, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm like, for a peek behind the curtains, I'm away this weekend, so we couldn't record it this weekend. I was also away last weekend, but I'm here for like another 3 weeks after that, so we'll be fine.
How dare you be so damn busy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
going
good.
to a wedding this weekend, Ash, and I'm not doing anything for it, you know? Not
That's
being
amazing.
a celebrant, no MC. I'm just guest, and
just
I can't
getting
wait.
drunk and dancing.
Oh, so good.
That's the best. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's been fine. Haven't really done a whole lot. Let's see, I watched the movie we're going to talk about on Saturday night. So what did I watch? I think on Sunday, did I even watch a movie? I can't remember. I think I finished a book, Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Pretty great, pretty fun. Very young adult, but it's fun. And then I did talk to you on Sunday. God, I'm like so mixed up on my days.
Days are whack. Don't worry about it.
And then, well, last night I watched Marty Supreme finally.
Yeah, I saw your post. I saw your review on Letterboxd. So you gave it 4.
I couldn't even think of a review. 4 stars. Yeah, I thought it was fun. I was more into like the middle chunk, like when he was just like kind of all over the place, like.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of scrapping
Nothing goes right for
his
him,
shit
eh?
together. That was kind of like the thriller elements of it that I really liked. The ping pong stuff was kind of like whatever. But I thought he was great, and I thought it was really fun. I wasn't like, oh my god, it's the best thing I've ever seen. But I can see that being like definitely like a 5-star. I know it's for you. I can definitely see that for some people. I don't know if it's a lack of theater watching for me, but I thought it was great. I had fun with it. Definitely better than the trailer made it seem.
Well, I haven't watched the trailer. I watched the trailer after this, just to kind of compare.
Yeah, I don't know. I just am really starting to hate movie trailers in general. They're really starting to like bug me. I mean, it's just hard to escape them when you're in the theater. Like, I'm not the kind of person who usually like is on my phone in the theater, so I don't really.
If it's in the theater, it's in the theater. Like, that's fine, because like, at least the first point of seeing what the film is on a huge screen, rather than like a phone or a laptop.
I think what they're doing with this like modern day trailer thing with like the music especially is like it's cheesing up so many movies that aren't really meant to be cheesy. And then if you like have that in the back of your mind when you go to watch it, even Sinners, I felt like the trailer like made it look really different than it was, and I ended up loving it. So I'm not gonna let that. Is this like how they
take a song and they remix it specifically
and like
for that
slow
movie?
it down and like add all this bass and add all this it's just like they take old songs and like change them. I just find it to be a little bit overdone at this point.
Yeah, I think it all started from Us. Remember the trailer for Us? I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. And it all started from that.
That song, I feel like that didn't bug me then.
It didn't, because it was done well. But then heaps of people like remember Candyman was coming out? It was Say My Name. Say My Name.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that one. Yeah. I was more thinking it started with Stranger Things, because they did that whole thing with the Journey song in season 4. Yeah. At the end of season 4, they like really like slowed it down out of the drums and stuff in the background. I thought that's what started it, but it might have been. I didn't remember about Us.
I remember Us vividly. Good movie.
That's my trailer.
Very underappreciated movie. Us.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. Absolutely.
Have we done Nope on this podcast?
No, we should.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, I'm gonna I won't say it out loud in case we don't do it. I'm gonna send you right now but I'm gonna forget it before we do it. I'm gonna send you a category that we should do. All right.
Okay. But anyways, that's my rant on trailers. But yes, enjoyed Marty Supreme. I think I watched Ready or Not on Sunday night after I talked to you, just a rewatch before the new one comes out. I love that movie. It's so much fun. Movie. Samara Weaving can do no wrong.
When is the second
one? Comes
out
in like 3 weeks.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, I thought it was April, but it's the end of May. End of March.
Wow. End of March. Yes.
Yeah, March 20th.
Fuck.
Comes out the same day as Project Hail Mary, actually. So there's a double feature for you.
Good. I can't wait
to talk about that one once we both get to see it in IMAX. But
big time. Yeah. Also, Project Hail Mary, like on your point, one of the ones that you just should not watch the trailer for. You should just not watch the trailer.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna read the book, don't watch the trailer. But I think even if not, just like go in blind. Like maybe like read the description of the movie or something like that. But I think the trailer shows a lot of the elements that unless you've read the book, it's like, I don't know, I feel like you wouldn't want to like know them ahead of time. But yeah, I'm just not really a big fan of trailers. I miss when they were like 60 seconds to like 75 seconds and they were just like little quick points or like weapons where it shows you like the first 10 minutes of the movie, but you really don't end up seeing much of anything from the later parts of the movie. Like that's how you do it well. You get people intrigued without
I don't think you
showing
even
them
see
everything.
Gladys in that trailer, do you?
You don't.
Yeah, which is awesome. That's so good.
But
By the
anyways,
way, someone next door is starting to garden, so if you can hear like a,
perfect.
a machine, my bad, we're just going to have to deal with it. So
I can't
sorry.
hear anything.
Okay,
No, you're good. I was just going to say, I'm trying to watch all the movies that are nominated for Oscars, like the main ones. I can't get to everything, but that was my goal, and so I wanted to check off Marty Supreme. So I've watched all of them except for, I still have Hamnet, Sentimental Value, and Frankenstein. Those are the three that I'm going to...
Frankenstein's fine. I think the hot take, not really hot, F1 and Frankenstein should have been taken out. They shouldn't be nominated. My
I would have loved to see Jesse Plemons for Begonia just because I thought that he was like the standout in that in comparison. I mean, Emma Stone's great, obviously, but that was a little
Jesse
disappointing.
Plemons was like, that was his role of his life so far, I thought.
Yeah,
I thought he was amazing in Begonia. Is Begonia nominated for Best Picture? It should be. I think it is. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But Sorry Baby not being there is wild to me. It still will always be wild.
Definitely kind of an odd one. I also thought that Train Dreams was really great, and I was surprised it didn't get nominated for more. But
yeah, Train Dreams
a little bit
of
of a different performance, but I thought it was great.
And you're still reading Good Girl, Bad Blood?
I haven't started it yet. That's like my current read, but I haven't technically started it. I'm giving myself a couple days off. I needed a little,
that's fine.
A little break.
Yeah,
but,
I get you. I should finish the first Red Rising book probably today. It's fucking it's amazing, and like I just can't. And everyone's saying that it's like the weakest of all of them, but it's still great. But it's just the weakest of them all. It just gets insane. So I'm like, oh, I can't wait. So Megs has read the first two. And we're going to Sri Lanka together on the 25th of March is when we leave. And she's like, let's buddy read the third one. So in the next month, I was going to read the second one, which will be easy to do.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, so that'll be fun.
I just love that we've become like a book pod in the middle of our
I like it.
Talking.
I think it's great. It's like if anyone, again, we said this, but we actually will put this into action. If anyone wants us to make a book club where it'll be like once every month, this shredder outside my house, once a month, once every 2 months, do message us on Instagram and we can probably get that all started.
Because you can use that Fable app to like manage a book club as well, which I didn't know, a virtual book club.
Exactly. So. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was thinking we will do, because Goodreads is run by Amazon and I don't like Bezos. So
let us know.
And Fable is independently owned. Let's just do that. I'm not a Goodreads guy. I'm a Fable fella. That's what I am.
I love it.
Until then, let's get into Dog
8 minutes
Day
in.
Afternoon. Directed by Sidney Lumet, who is the king of closed settings, of course, with 12 Angry Men. And budget of $3.8 million, box office of $56 million. Little synopsis for you. 3 amateur robbers plan to hold up a Brooklyn bank. A nice, simple robbery. Walk in, take the money, and run. Unfortunately, the supposedly uncomplicated heist suddenly becomes a bizarre nightmare as everything that could go wrong does. So this is Dog Day Afternoon. Ash, have you seen this movie before? What's your history? What's your quick thoughts on it?
No, I hadn't seen it. Yeah, it was one that I feel like just through maybe movie talk or, people in that circle, I saw recommendations for it. And maybe like after hearing about 12 Angry Men, I think maybe I added movies from Sidney Lumet as like to my watch list or something, but I've known about it for a while. I think actually I remember Jay, shout out Jay. I remember him watching it for the first time like a few years ago and like giving it like 5 stars and talking about how much he was like impressed by it. So I think I added it to my watch list and just forgot about it. So I was happy we could finally do it and have it fit into this category, obviously. But yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, I don't really know what I was expecting. I didn't know that much about it except for the description on Letterboxd, which is a little bit different than what you just read. Like I knew the aspect of like he was trying to pay for a operation for his partner and like tries to rob a bank, but I was not expecting it to be like such a small, like more local bank. Thought that was kind of interesting. Like that made it much more interesting that it wasn't like some like gigantic, like, you know, bank operation. I think it makes more sense, obviously, that a smaller bank maybe wouldn't have some of the resources or something that a larger bank would. But that was kind of fun. I love the setting, being obviously closed setting, but just being in New York obviously is always a win for me, and in the 70s, of course. But it's based on a true story. Knew nothing about the true story. Still don't know anything more than what I found out in the movie. And I thought Al Pacino was great. I mean, I think this is one of those movies where people are going to remember the script. You know, I think it's a really well done script. I think there's a lot of great like one-liners, a lot of great moments for many different characters, including like the tellers, like and the manager. Like I wasn't expecting some of the side characters to be so interesting. Yeah, it just took me on a journey, very sweaty journey. And I thought it was just a really well done film that almost like reminded me of a play at times. Obviously, like not the setting so much, but just the movements of the characters and just like some of the dialogue. It was really easy to get engaged with, which was fun.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is the first time I saw this film. I love it. I think this movie's unbelievable. It's like I keep hearing about this. Has been one of the big holes in my watch list for sure. Dog Day, and I keep hearing about Alpa's performance in this, and yeah, it lives up. He's insane in this. He like, if anyone ever like doesn't go know his full filmography, and everyone like discredits him or like doubts his ability, you just show them Dog Day and just be like, this is one of the heights. This is like his Cuckoo's Nest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like he just dominates this entire film. You're correct. It's like a stage play where the entire thing is just like he's not a bad guy, and like everything he's doing is like he doesn't want to hurt anyone. Everything is under complete insurance. He wants everyone to be safe. Like if anyone is starting like to be hungry, he gets them food. If anyone like is like starting to be sick, he makes sure that he's okay. He gets a doctor straight away. Like stuff like that. I'm like he's really caring. But he's just doing this because he's desperate out of love. And
yeah,
I think that's so good. And that's why this makes this movie so goddamn good.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, like, I would say, like, good with, like, an asterisk. Because obviously,
gray.
like...
More like gray area, yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's one of those things, like, I think the desperation is where it comes from. Because he feels very human in the sense that, like, obviously his partner, Leon, is discussing a lot of things around, like, him kind of being violent with him and him not being a great partner recently, and then like even his like wife and kids, he's not obviously super involved in their lives, like in his lying, you know, it's just there's a lot of things he's doing wrong, but I feel like he's very human in that way. So he becomes sort of likable, and he becomes almost like this weird little like hero for like the little block of New York, even though he's not, and even like for like the like queer community, he becomes like this little like hero of, you know, this story, even though he's not necessarily on paper the best person. But I do think it's interesting. It's like somebody to root for, but it's like not the traditional kind of person you would want to root for, if that makes sense. Like he's definitely problematic in his own ways, but I think that that's what makes it a more interesting story, in my opinion. And even like, yeah, down to like the Attica, like shouting like over and over and over again and getting like the crowd kind of on his side. He has some good belief systems. He's just a really desperate man who's made some mistakes.
Exactly. Oh, it's so good. These notes aren't long. So, again, with closed settings, there's not too much because it's like doing a play. But who cares? We're going to have fun with it anyway. So, first time crook, Sonny Watts. How do you pronounce his name? Watzik? Sonny Watzik?
Yeah. I think it's Watzik.
Played by Al Pacino, and his friend Sal rob a Brooklyn bank to fund Sonny's partner's sex change operation, only to discover that the bank has very little money. So we find that out a bit later on, but I'm just jumping over the place. Unsure what to do, the two robbers camp out in the bank and holding all the workers hostage. The police are alerted that there is a robbery in progress. Detective Eugene Moretti, who I love Moretti in this movie. I think Moretti's awesome. And numerous officers set up a siege around the bank. When Moretti calls the bank to tell the lead robber Sonny that the police have arrived, Sonny warns them that he and his armed accomplice Sal have hostages and will kill them if anyone tries to come into the bank. Detective Moretti acts as a hostage negotiator while FBI agent Sheldon monitors his actions. Howard, played by John Marriott, the security guard, has a asthma attack, so Sonny releases him when Moretti asks for a hostage as a sign of good faith. Moretti convinces Sonny to step outside the bank and see how aggressive the police forces are. After a moment, Sonny starts his now famous Attica chant, and the civilian crowd starts cheering for Sonny. After realizing they cannot make a simple getaway, Sonny demands a transportation, a jet to take them out of the country. With the tactical team approaching the back doors, he fires a shot to warn them off. Moretti then tries to persuade Sonny that those police were a separate unit and he was not controlling them. Later, Sonny incites the crowd by throwing money over the police barricades. Some overrun the barricade and a few are arrested. When Sonny's wife, Leon, a trans woman, arrives, she reveals that Sonny is robbing the bank to pay for Leon's sex rearrangement surgery, and that Sonny has a legal wife as well, Angie, and children with her. Leon refuses to speak to Sonny, even over the telephone. So I know lots happened there, but I just love how this one character, he just completely adapts, is how I kind of saw it. Of just like, he had one thing in mind of like, go into the bank, go out, no one gets hurt, they get money, and they go to like this small bank, but it's still all insured. He's like, I love how it's the movie starts and it's just straight into the robbery. There isn't like any of the planning and stuff like that, and then the actual robbery is like takes place as like the second half of the film. You don't really need much exposition around like how prepared he is, like even just like little things of just like, oh, these are marked notes, you think I'm stupid, like things like that. Like, he's done his research, he knows what to do, and it's like things with the keys would turn on the alarm and stuff like that. I think that's really, really sick. And then slowly but surely you see how the crowd is becoming on his side, which I think is awesome. So anything to kind of add there, Ash?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Obviously, even down to like, he seems to know like the job of a teller. He's done a lot of research. He's maybe worked in jobs and like paid attention to certain things, and he obviously wants to do this in a way that feels like he's not going to have any major repercussions, which is really stupid because that's probably never going to happen in a bank robbery. But yeah, it's interesting to watch his character kind of like spiral. By the end, I think especially like the moment that was like a turning point for me is when he shoots out that window when he thinks that like they're trying to get in. Like, you kind of like see a switch go off. Like, he's kind of like starting to lose it a little bit.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's in control, but obviously by the end you kind of realize that he's not, because obviously they were in control the entire time. Like, these are trained professionals. So yeah, it's a really interesting like character to watch unfold. But I do like in the first chunk, like you're saying, how he's like just adapting. Like, he's got a plan. Every time something doesn't work out, he kind of adapts. And I like the whole like, waving of the white flag, like the hanky or whatever you call it, the
so
handkerchief. Good. But I like that aspect of it. And it is kind of, I'm not sure how realistic it is, but like him going in and out of the bank like that many times to like have conversations with all these people.
I like it though that they do like one bit of reasoning why he goes, Sal's in there, if I don't come back, he'll kill people. And it's just like, that's true. Then he has free roam out there.
I wasn't saying it was like super unrealistic, but it did feel a little bit like, do they really do that? But I guess you're right. If there's a risk of a hostage being like hurt and like killed, obviously they're going to do what they can to tread lightly. But I did like all those moments.
They did that because like it's like a whole new aspect of the film is when he goes out, and then like Sal comes like, why do they like even like little conversations like even with the FBI guy, when he goes outside he goes, we'll take care of Sal, and he's just like, why did he take you outside to talk to you? And like little things like that, I think it's just like it adds a tension dynamic as well.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think there's just some really like entertaining moments in the first half. I think there's also like some kind of scary moments with obviously like the security guard and his health. Some of the women, like you kind of like wonder like what's going to happen to them. Like there's just a lot of like tension building in that first hour, where you're not quite sure. Like I found myself wondering like I thought maybe one of them might die or one of them might like collapse or like I don't know. I wasn't sure. Like I really didn't know if all those people were going to make it out alive. So it was really like that tension building for me that kept me kind of locked in for the first chunk. And then there's just like some funny like one-liners too in there during his conversations with the cops outside and him kind of just obviously being so anti like establishment, anti-police, which at that time, I mean, in New York especially, it would have been super realistic. So I
think it was awesome as well. Just like the conversations between Moretti and Sonny, Like little things of like, he's just like, yeah, we got people hungry there. Hungry? You want food? Yeah, what would you like? Pizzas? You want pizzas? We can get you pizzas. Hey, we
The
get
pizza
pizzas.
guy cracked me up.
The pizza's awesome. And then he's just like, what about a couple of beers? Nah, we can't do beers now. Let's not do beers. We like Cokes. Like little things like that. It's like really human and he's getting on his level. I thought it was really good.
I thought that was great. And I also thought,
so funny.
Yeah, on the other flip side of,
star.
yeah, what you're saying, I thought it was great how, like, one of my favorite moments is the one woman in there who he was, like, teaching the gun salute to.
Yeah.
Like, she was just, like, playing with the gun, and, like, he was, like, over and over again. Like, the fact that the ladies especially just, like, got so casual about the situation they were in. They were all just, like, having a grand time, just, like, hanging out, eating pizza, drinking soda, smoking. But that woman specifically doing the gun thing had me laughing a lot because I thought that was just like really casual to be playing with his gun that he's supposed to be like scary and like possibly
and Sal comes out and goes,
with.
where's the bullets? And Sonny's just in the corner, he just like holds up the magazine.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that needs to be said. I thought it was great.
Sal's like the quiet, mysterious one.
Yeah, Sal looks like a psychopath. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But I love when one of the I think they're coming back from something where Sonny's coming back from talking to them about something, but he has one of the women with him, and and Moretti like holds onto the woman and goes, no, you leave her be, she can stay out here, and she like pulls off and goes, there's other people in there.
No, she said, I'm not leaving my girls.
I'm not leaving my girls.
It's the very first time. It's the very first time he comes out, and it's the main like teller woman, and she's like, we're not staying out here. Yeah, she's like the mama bear of the group.
Love that.
100%. She's a great character.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. So as the night sets in, the lights in the bank all shut off. Sonny goes outside again and discovers that Agent Sheldon has taken command of the scene. He refuses to give Sonny any more favors, but when hostage Mulvaney goes into a diabetic shock, which I think is like the manager of the bank, Agent Sheldon lets a doctor through. While the doctor is inside, Sheldon convinces Leon to talk to Sonny on the phone. The two have a lengthy conversation that reveals that Leon had a suicide attempt to get away from Sonny. Ooh. She has been hospitalized at the psychiatric ward of Bellevue Hospital until the police brought her to the scene. Leon turns down Sonny's offer to join him and Sal, join him and Sal to wherever they take the plane. Well, where do they want to go? Algeria.
Algeria.
We're going to Algeria.
Sal wants to go to Wyoming.
Yeah, that's so good. Sonny tells police listening to the phone call that Leon had nothing to do with the robbery attempt. After the phone call, the doctor asks Sonny to let Mulvaney leave. Sonny agrees. Mulvaney refuses, instead insisting he remain with his employees. The FBI calls Sonny outside the bank. They've brought his mother onto the scene. She unsuccessfully tries to persuade him to give up, and Agent Sheldon signals that a limousine will arrive in 10 minutes to take them to the waiting jet. Once back inside, Sonny writes out his will, leaving money from his insurance to Leon for his sex change and to his wife, Angie. Stop there before the last paragraph. I loved that scene when he's talking about the will. And like, because at first when he's going through the amount, I thought he was just leaving everything to Leon, and that really disappointed me with Sonny. Like, I felt like really like, you've got 2 points of priorities here, like 2 points of responsibility, and he's just leaving everything. And then he goes, it was $3,000 I think to Leon, and then he goes, there'll be another 5,000 that he'll leave to Angie and the kids. I'm like, okay, all right, good. Like, I think that's good. Like, whatever sort of relationship you have there, like that is good. But I think that was a really powerful moment where he kind of just like, he said in mind, he's just like, this is do or die now. Like, he's not coming out of this the same man as he went in, which I think is really kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah. Absolutely. I also like the conversation on the phone. Is it with his mom?
I think
it's his mom that he's talking to on the phone. Like, at one point she calls, or she's like, they have his mother there and she wants to talk to him, but just kind of like, she's obviously part of the problem as to why he is the way he is. You can just tell in those like little moments of like the 2 scenes we get her in. But I think he like tells her something about like, I'm just like an outcast. Like, that's all it is. Like, he's just an outcast in life. And I think that's kind of what's led him down this path, and what, you know, how he treats people and kind of how he sees the world. But I think that was a really powerful conversation as well. But I agree on the will part is along with that. I like how she's like writing it down by hand though. That's a lot of effort to be writing it all by pencil. So yeah, bless her heart. She's a real one. But yeah, just a lot of great moments here. I think, like you mentioned earlier, just the conversation with Sheldon about Sal. I feel like he's trying to get into Sonny's head a little bit.
This is on Sal. Like, you're a
I was
good
pulling
guy.
up the quote because I wanted to get it, but he tells him, "You handled yourself really well. A lot of men would have choked, and we might have a death or multiple deaths on our hands, but you handled it. I respect that." He's like trying to get him to like feel like,
A
"Oh, look what
hero.
I did," kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, the hero kind of ism that I think is going to make him possibly make a different decision. So I kind of liked that. I thought Sheldon was much better at kind of making an actual impact on things than Moretti,
Yeah.
but I think it's just they have different roles and they have different experiences,
Moretti
obviously.
was kind
So
of just there to cool heads, I feel.
exactly.
Like, get him to be like, getting what he wants, if the like the little favors and stuff, and just to kind of make sure that no one dies and that like everyone is calm for when the FBI arrive.
It's
I
kind
think
of like a
that's what.
buttering him up before they really get things going. What did you think about the conversation like between him and Leon and just
I
sort
was
of
about
like
to
I
bring
guess
that up because I was heartbroken
okay.
with that. Because
Yeah.
like when Leon's like when Leon describes about everything that happened, and then he's like, I'm not going anywhere with you. It's like, this was all for nothing now. Like what is this for? He was getting money for that operation, and now he's just like, doesn't, like, he's just like, this, you are nothing, kind of like,
But he
you are
didn't
nothing to
ask
me
for
now.
it. That's the thing,
Yeah,
though. Sal's kind of, or Sonny's kind of the kind of person who, like, he's going to do what he wants no matter what. He's not going to listen. I think that's clear that he didn't have, like, Angie or Leon's best interest at heart. He was only kind of thinking about himself in a lot of moments. He's very, like, impulsive, it seems
yeah,
like. So I feel like it's one of those things where he even tells him, like, I didn't have anything to do with this. Like, he wanted to get this money for me because he cares, but Leon didn't ask for it. So it's kind of one of those, like, weird situations where it's not really Leon's fault, that like he didn't ask for this. So I thought that was kind of an interesting aspect of it. I thought their conversation was really heartbreaking, and even just like the story of what Leon had been through was really heartbreaking. But I mean, you see in the ending that the operation went forward, so obviously it wasn't for nothing. And I'm sure it was very helpful, for that person to really like be able to move on with their life. But yeah, it was a very interesting, heartbreaking kind of part of the story that I was not expecting.
yeah, absolutely. But like, yeah, it's like frustrating in a way,
Yeah.
which I thought was yeah, it was something. But yeah, nice little. Let's get into the end of this film. When the limousine arrives, this is one of my favorite scenes, by the way. The limousine. Sonny checks it for any hidden weapons or booby traps. He decides the car is satisfactory. He settles on Agent Murphy to drive Sal and the remaining hostages and him to Kennedy Airport. I love that scene where he's just like, he's a fucking cop. You think I'm stupid? like little things like that. He's like, and then and then like the next scene is like it's like 5 minutes later, and the original driver is like in a suit, like next to him. It's like obviously he was a cop.
I did really like that scene.
That was awesome. Sonny sits in the front next to Murphy while Sal sits behind them. Murphy repeatedly asks Sal to point the gun to the roof so that Sal won't accidentally shoot him if they go over a bump. As they wait at the airport tarmac for the plane to taxi into position, Agent Sheldon forces Sonny's weapon into the dashboard, creating the distraction which allows Murphy to pull a pistol hidden in the armrest and shoot Sal in the head. Sonny is immediately arrested and the hostages are all escorted to the terminal. The film ends with Sonny watching Sal's body being taken from the car on a stretcher. Now, a couple of fun little fun facts, sorry. Although he initially agreed to play the part of Sonny, Al Pacino told Sidney Lumet near the start of production that he couldn't play it. Pacino had just completed the production of The Godfather Part 2 and was physically exhausted and depressed after the shoot. With his reliance on the method, Pacino didn't relish the thought of working himself up to a state of near hysteria every day. Lumet unhappily accepted the actor's decision and dispatched the script to Dustin Hoffman. Pacino reportedly changed his mind when he heard that his rival was being considered for the role. So that was good fun.
That's interesting.
Although I think Dustin would have killed it for this as well. I think Dustin Hoffman's
Absolutely. I mean,
unbelievable.
they're very different from one another. I do think Pacino has that like Brooklyn accent
Big
like
time.
down to a T, but yeah, that would have been different movie, but still good probably.
This makes this movie kind of even better. Than much of the film's dialogue is improvised,
Wow.
while completely honouring the structure of the original screenplay. After rehearsing for 3 weeks with his cast, Sidney Lumet took the improvisations from those rehearsals and made them into the official screenplay. Another notable improvisation in the film was John Cazales, who plays Sal. His answer to Al Pacino's question of which country he'd like to fly to with Wyoming. Pacino's surprise response was absolutely genuine, as he had no idea what Cazale was going to say. So that is Dog Day Afternoon. Ash, what do you think of this film? And give me a rating. 0 to 5.
I thought it was great. I think I put in my review, it was just like a damn good sweaty time.
Oh, yeah.
One of the sweatier movies that doesn't necessarily take place all outside. But when you have the heat of summer and there's no air conditioning, you might as well just be outside.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was just absolutely fantastic on first watch. I'm definitely looking forward to watching it again down the line. But yeah, I mean, for all the reasons we've already talked about, performance-wise, script-wise, setting-wise, I think it's just top-notch. I think it kind of like lagged just a little bit for me in like the 30 minutes to an hour range. But that's not like a bad thing. It just wasn't like a perfect film by any means. I'm just trying to think of one thing I could say that's not like positive, but it was still great.
Right.
It wasn't like my like one like this is an Ash movie like cup of tea type of thing, but I thought it was fantastic. I really liked the setting in New York, and I liked the closed setting a lot, and I think that final scene was really great. Like the limo, them all getting in there, the structure of all of it, the suspense building up to the final moments. I thought it was a really fantastic ending. So I'm really glad we watched this.
I'm on the fence. I don't know if it's 4.5 or a 5. I adored this film. Everything about it is like, you say that it's not an Ash film. This is a Harry film.
Absolutely. I knew that was. I figure with the director especially.
I'm giving this 5. This movie, this is one of those movies where how I feel 4.5 or 5, I think it's kind of like the same quality, but it's all like emotional impact of like that will bring it to a 5. And this is a movie, as soon as it finished, I went on to like so many group chats and I was like, you guys need to watch Dog Day Afternoon if you haven't. This is mandatory watching now. And it's just the directing style. It really just shows how much trust that Sidney had in Alpa and the rest of the actors. Like even like saying like all the improvisations, he put that in the script. Like, which I think is crazy. Like when a director trusts his actors so much. It's easy to say when you have one of the greatest actors of all time heading your film, but like if you trust his actors so much, that's where kind of the magic happens. And that's like there's so many elements of this film of like at the start you're like, oh, it's just a regular robbery, and then you see like the who Sonny is and what he's doing this for, and then the reasons behind like that this is kind of meant for nothing, and Sonny's just doing this to kind of find like purpose. In a way of like trying to provide, he's a provider and stuff like that, and just the way this film ends, I think is just so goddamn good. The last hour of this film is so tense as well. There's like standoff between Sonny and the police. I think is just awesome. So this is like a really like special film that I just cannot wait to rewatch. So for me, this is a 5, and I'm so stoked.
And that's totally valid. I think that it might even go up for me on rewatch. I think it's definitely one of those everyone should watch it type of movies.
Yep, absolutely. So that is Dog Day Afternoon. I can't remember what we're watching next week, so I'm trying to load the...
shit, what is it?
Alright, it's loading now. It's all good. That was Dog Day Afternoon. Fuck yes. Next week, please watch 10 Cloverfield Lane. Hell to the yeah.
I haven't seen that in almost a decade, so I'm
tell you
excited.
what, I saw that Alex Coleman rewatched the first Cloverfield and gave 4.5, and I messaged him like, dude, I want to shake your hand.
I love that movie so much.
He's like, I said, oh God, I want to shake your hand for this. He goes, my king, you're a ball knower. I'm like, dude, Cloverfield rules, and I love 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I hate Cloverfield Paradox, so I might watch the first 2. To gear up to it. So we've got 10 Cloverfield Lane. The weeks after that, we've got Reservoir Dogs, Hush, and Knock at the Cabin. So please watch 10 Cloverfield Lane for next week. Until then, we're going to go into a little game. I've got 2 movies. Ash, we'll do one at a time. Guess the movie. You give me all the questions. These were taken from your Letterboxd films, so you've definitely watched them. Even though, like, these are movies that, I'd look at them and be like, Ash has definitely seen.
In my head, we were doing the thing where I have to guess the category, or the movie from the category. So now I'm like, okay, we're doing questions, just general questions. I'm always so bad at this, but we'll see what I can do.
You get them though. You always get them.
Yeah, because usually you give me hints. Okay. I feel like I always start with the decade, but I don't know if I want to go that route this time. Let's see. How about, is this film released after 2000?
This film was released after the year 2000, yes. Just from 2001 till now, yes.
Okay. Let's see. Is this a film that's in a franchise?
Yes, it is part of a franchise.
Okay. Is the film directed by a male?
Yes. I can't believe I should have answered that quicker, so don't take that as a clue. Yes. I just had a memory blank of who directed it for a second. I was like, oh, fuck, of course it is, yeah.
Is this any type of superhero movie?
No.
Okay.
Good.
I didn't think so. I just wanted to get those off the list. Okay, franchise. Male director. After 2001. Could be franchise. We don't know how many movies are in the franchise. It doesn't mean that it's like a bunch. It could just be a couple.
I would say, this isn't a question, I would say franchise for me is 4 or more.
Yeah, it's like not a trilogy, right? It's like
yes,
more than
above
a trilogy. Perfect.
That's a free one for you.
We agree on that.
Yes.
4 or more.
Not saying they're all connected or anything like that, but inside of this universe, there is more than 3 films.
Yeah. Yes. I got you. My mind is going to the Alien franchise just because there's so many.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the wrong direction. Is it sci-fi genre?
This is sci-fi genre, yes.
Okay. Am I onto something? Am I gonna cook right now? I have seen them all, so this could be a couple. Is this Alien Romulus?
This is Alien Romulus.
That's my best one yet.
In 6.
That was my best one yet.
Hey, I'm not taking any of this. I'm so bad at this shit anymore, okay?
You
got that in
never
6.
done that well. Never.
You got it from franchise after the year 2000, male director, not a superhero movie. That's it. And then you went...
I was going to guess it, and then I
wanted
wanted
an alien. And I was just like, fuck.
You kept a really good poker face. I'll give you that. Really good poker
Good
face.
work. I've got another one for you.
Okay.
You've also seen this film, obviously.
I sure hope so. Okay, let's see. I don't know if you give me another one from the 2000s, but I kind of like just getting that out of the way. So is this from after 2000?
This was released between the years 2001 and now. Yes, so it's after the year 2000.
Perfect. When I don't have to even think about like the 90s and 80s and all that stuff, it helps me a lot. Like I get really locked in on those decades.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see here. Is this film released in the last 5 years?
Let me just bring it up right now. Because you know how COVID fucks with your years.
It does.
If it's not,
like
it's close to it. 1 sec, sorry.
The fact that it's been 6 years since then?
It's fucking nuts, eh? It feels like 2 days ago. This was, so in the last 5 years, you said?
How about let's just go with since 2020 to present.
This was released between the years 2020 and now, yes.
Okay. Let's see. Have we discussed it on the pod?
What do you mean by discuss? Like review?
Have we done it on the pod?
We haven't reviewed it on the podcast, no.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know if we brought it up. We probably would have, but we haven't reviewed it, no.
Will this movie make you cry?
Yeah, probably, yeah. If you fucking get this in the next one.
Oh, man. Do I give this movie 5 stars?
Sorry, it's showing my review. Let me just back up to you. No.
Okay. Not a 5-star film. I assume I like it, though. I'll just go with that assumption.
Okay.
Trying to think genre, because I feel like drama is so like generic. I don't know if that's gonna help me. But
when you ask for genre, I'm gonna just give you the genres that are on Letterboxd, by the way, because somehow it overlaps.
Got it.
But the genres on Letterboxd is what I would say anyway. If you wanted to go
I feel like if it can make me cry, I don't really feel like it's like horror or sci-fi or like thriller, but maybe. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure.
No.
Is this one a male director?
This is a male director, yes.
God, Harry, pick a female director much?
Shut the fuck up.
Just kidding. Okay, let's see. So we got a more modern movie, like possibly even one that could have been seen in theaters, maybe. Not a 5-star film, but I probably like it. Make me cry. We have not done it on the pod. Just trying to think of what direction to go. Is the lead actor or actress like really famous?
Yeah,
I've never asked that before.
I would say
But
they're famous.
He's famous?
I would say they're famous.
Okay. Is this one part of a franchise?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
It's not X-Men.
Is this like a movie that you love? Like, do you give this 5 stars?
I do give it 5 stars.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on a second here. Is this Banshees of Inisherin?
Fuck you.
Oh, I'm getting so good at this. Man, I just need a little break.
In my head, I was like,
break.
she's gonna go Nora. She's gonna go Nora. And well done. Yes, this is Banshees of Inisherin. You got it in 10. You got it in 6 and 10. I'm not entertaining any of these fucking things of I'm not good at this game anymore.
Thank you.
Not entertaining it. Not entertaining it. Well done. That was good fun. Hell yeah. So yeah, I had Alien Romulus and the Banshees of Inisherin. Both great films. I love Alien Romulus. I adore Banshees of Inisherin. I think Banshees of Inisherin, if I think about it, I think that's the best movie of 2020s. I think it is.
We don't agree, but I think it's great.
Yeah, fair play. Well, again, please, next week, watch 10 Cloverfield Lane. I can't wait to rewatch that movie. Holy shit, yes. I'm so giddy now for watching that, for reading that. And then, yeah, that's it. Until next time, I'm Harry. That's Ash. Love Death Movies. See the movies.